What's up, everybody? My name's Archeagus, and we're back with an all-new video. Today we're taking a look at the demo for Killing Moon Rising. It's a remake in 2026 of the 1994 Access software game Tex Murphy Under a Killing Moon. It was an experience that I was too young to appreciate all of the significance and impact that it would make on gaming when it came out. They didn't even call it a game, they called it an interactive movie when they first launched it. So let's take a look at the 2026 remake, Tex Murphy Under a Killing Moon.
So, they found it again, have they? I thought we'd taken care of it.
The forces of evil are persistent, sir.
I'm getting
Books
too
of
old for
James
this.
Earl Jones.
Who have we got lined up to deal with this problem?
Murphy, sir.
Oh, no, not Murphy.
Afraid so, sir.
What about Spade or Marlowe?
Sam Spade.
Dead, sir.
Isn't there anyone else?
Sorry, sir, he's next on the list.
Well, I suppose
That's a good
we'll
list
have
to be
make
on.
do. Knowing Murphy, he's going to need help. A lot of help.
Yeah, so Tex Murphy.
I'll check the archives and get back to you, sir.
No pestilence has ever been so fatal or so hideous. Blood was its avatar and its seal, the redness and horror of blood.
Oh, that's right. So yeah, so these are the ruins after World War II, and something was found in these ruins that would pave the way for the story that we're about to experience in the future. So Tex Murphy is a down and out PI, private investigator, who in the year 2042 embarks on this journey. This scene is so much different from the original game, from what I remember at least. It looks different now from what, yeah, I was going to say it looked like a bird. Oh, okay. We just couldn't see all of it. You have to understand, for 1994, this was already an incredible experience. Brian Keith, may he rest in peace. Margaret Kidder, may she rest in peace. Russell Means, may he rest in peace. He was very, very significant in the 80s and 90s. The voice of James Earl Jones, may they all rest in peace. Bruce Carver, the original director of Echelon, I believe. Chris Jones, who also plays Tex Murphy in the video.
In the moonlight, New San Francisco sparkles like a chunk of cubic zirconium, an island of hollow beauty surrounded by a red sea of radiation. 5 million souls drowning in gamma rays. Some lucky people have a natural immunity to genetic mutation caused by the radiation. I'm one of them. Most of them live in the new city, but I don't. I live among the unlucky souls, the mutants and the destitute, and the wreckage of old San Francisco.
Yep.
My name's Tex Murphy. I'm a private detective. At least I used to be. Since my marriage hit the rocks, I haven't done much of anything. I went out tonight for the first time in a week, but all I ended up doing was spending the last of my money on a bottle of cheap bourbon. Now it's past midnight, and I'm staring out of the window of my office on the second floor of the Ritz Hotel. Just like me, the Ritz used to be something. Now it's just another grimy building in a rundown part of town. And I'm almost out of bourbon.
Wow. Oh.
My God, Murphy, you look like hell. Really hit bottom, didn't you?
There's a stark contrast between the old and the new video. Whereas the new video is still the old video. It's just it's been re-rendered and upscaled. But I think for these older ones
Oh, I
with
usually
longer
don't look this bad. I
interactions like
forgot to
this,
take my Geritol this morning.
they still haven't finished
So you want a drink? I saved
everything
my
that they're
first
gonna
one
do
to
to
have
upgrade
with
them.
you.
No, thanks. I've been dry for 8 years now. Yeah, one morning I just looked in the mirror and decided I needed to make a few lifestyle changes. Quit smoking, quit drinking. Now I'm getting out of the business. Yep, I'm going to move to the tropics and retire in a nice secluded island with a tribe of beautiful young women.
You're getting out of the business. I guess that means the end of the world must be around the corner because you are the detective. I can't imagine you doing anything else, especially not running around an island with a bunch of nubile women in a loincloth.
I can imagine it. I've been thinking about it for years now. Yeah. You know how it is. Lonely. Underappreciated. Dangerous. I haven't had a decent night's sleep in 38 years. I tell you, I'm working on a case right now, and that's going to be my last one. Enough about me. How about you, Tex? How's life treating you? Bad as it looks?
Well, it depends. What day is it anyway today? Saturday? Well, Saturdays aren't too bad. It's normally Thursday by the time I get really suicidal. So what is it you wanted? Just come by to sprinkle a little salt into the open wounds of my pathetic life?
No, Tex, you got me all wrong. Just because you turned me in and got me suspended and humiliated me in front of my peers. You sold me out. But that's all gonna pass. See, I quit hating you for that weeks ago. Like I said, I'll be leaving soon, and I didn't want to go with any loose ends dangling there to bother me in my golden years.
Hey, don't worry about me. When you tossed me out of the agency, it was the best thing that ever happened. Digging through dumpsters and sleeping in abandoned speeders, you helped me learn a great lesson. Because no matter how bad things are, they can always get worse.
So what happened to you? I heard you were doing pretty well there for a while. Did a hell of a job on that Martian memorandum case. What's your problem? You one of
That
those
was the
people who
second
can't live
game,
with success?
Martian Memorandum.
Huh?
Well, I can live with it. I'm just afraid of commitment. Now, you tell me something. Why wouldn't you talk to me 15 years ago? I was a stupid kid back then. Could have tried to understand why I told the ethics board what I did. I mean, I understand now that I was out of line and I made a mistake, but why'd you cut me off like that?
Because apparently you never learned the first rule of a PI. And never, ever betray your friends. Now, friendship goes beyond blood and race and politics. You got to find out who your friends are, then you hold on to them. They're a precious commodity to people like me and you. Now, listen. Before I go, I came here with a warning. I heard your name mentioned in connection with a case that I'm working on, and you stay out of it. If you don't, somebody's going to find you floating in the bay with a hole in your head. I don't need any more strain on my conscience.
You know, frankly, I'm pretty insulted. Because I'm a pretty damn good detective, and I can take care of myself, thank you.
Just remember what I said, Tex. Got no idea what kind of people we're dealing with here. Just keep out of my way. I'll send you a postcard.
Now, Stylish says this looks now. This is what the title scene looked like in the original 1994 version. It's just high res now. I'm telling
So
you, this
last
game
night,
was
after
ahead of its
15
time.
years, the colonel walks into my office. Made me take a good hard look at myself. Maybe I have hit bottom, and maybe I do look like hell. Lord knows the only exercise I've had lately is tipping the bottle and flipping cards into my hat. I gotta find some work. Contrary to what the colonel might think, I'm as good a detective as he ever was. Now I just gotta prove it. I'm gonna scare up a job today, even if it means finding somebody's lost puppy.
So, believe it or not, this is really what the game looked like over 30 years ago. I just realized what I said. And yeah, it's been over 30 years since this game came out. It was one of the first games of its kind. I think the only other games that had immersive 3D experience like this would have been Ultimate Underworld and System Shock. I don't know if System Shock came out before or after this game. They came out at around the same time, but Ultimate Underworld, which preceded System Shock, was the same engine, was the only other true 3D engine before this one. Now, the real difference is in the clarity of the images. Like, this wouldn't have been so easy to read in 1994 on, 640 displays versus the 1920 displays we have now. So it's space? Okay.
Great-great-grandpa Murphy made it through the Depression by teaching cha-cha lessons to rich older women. He made thousands before the authorities found out he had no formal training.
Yeah.
Ah, the closet door.
Okay. How do I... Oh, right click. They're all the same.
All I've ever needed was a soft felt fedora, a well-tailored overcoat, and a comfy pair of sneakers. Some people know what they like, and they stay with it.
Okay, now this wasn't so obvious in the original game. That's not a real fire extinguisher. It's just the image of one painted on the wall. But I remember that. I remember that gag.
Well, since the building inspector has only one eye and no depth perception, the hotel manager painted fire extinguishers in all the apartments. It saved him a bundle.
Yeah, I remember that gag.
I called this painting The Big Spill. That's a perfect bed for a destitute PI. Small, lightweight, no sheets required. Another pile of garbage. There just aren't enough hours in the day.
Oh, I remember this hutch, although I've never seen it like this before.
That hutch holds a life's worth of knickknacks, paddywhacks, and the world's largest piece of elbow macaroni.
Yeah, elbow macaroni. I remember this, the placemat.
This one really isn't art, it's a placemat from Taco Bob's. This piece of art is called Two Whales on a Bender.
Okay.
The UI of U was the only place that would accept me. Half the course credit was earned by locating the university. I spent weeks earning this baby. Best 20 bucks I ever spent. CrimeLink computer is the only valuable piece of equipment left in the office. By entering suspect information like height, weight, and hair color, I can access the suspect's personal files.
So yeah, that was a major component of the original game, was going out and finding clues that pointed you to a suspect and bringing all the clues back to this computer and entering them. And if you had enough clues, it would wheedle your results down to a list of a small number of potential suspects. Or if you collected all the clues, you could identify a single suspect. And that usually was the real suspect. Okay, this is... Oh, what was her name? So the character's name in the game is Sylvia Linsky. She was Tex Murphy's love interest in the first game. And they end up getting married and then divorced, I believe, before the second game. And interestingly enough, I think all three games by this point took place in the year 2042. So it was a very short marriage.
Sylvia, my ex-wife. Whenever I think things can't get any worse, I think about her and how she totally screwed up my life. She's a woman who loves a man, any time. I'll never forget the day I came home early and caught her with the upholstery man.
Oh, I forgot about this.
Oh, there you are. I just got done with the chair. I'll be sending the bill to your husband.
Oh, Rudy.
Mickler, that was her name.
Let's not think about my husband right now. I was watching you upholstery and you're so big and strong.
Do you really think so?
Well, yes. God, I've only known you for 10 minutes and I feel like I've known you forever. Oh, yes, look. And look at this muscle. Oh. The way you hold me, Tex never held me like this. Oh, kiss me, Rudy, and set my lips on fire.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, Tex, honey. I wasn't expecting you home so soon.
Well, duh. Obviously. Now I know why the Roto-Rooter man keeps calling and asking whether we need our plumbing checked. Well, I gotta admit, those chairs look pretty good.
Thanks. Listen, how about I don't charge you on the labor and we call it even?
Fair enough. But from here on out, Rudy, customer servicing doesn't include my wife.
See, honey? I saved you some money again. Aren't you happy?
I married her for better or worse. Unfortunately, it never got any better.
So yeah, so the story goes they had, Chris Jones, the maker of this game and the maker of the original game, he was always the face of Tex Murphy. So it's his picture on the cover art for the very first game. But that game was all pixels. It was pixel art drawn by 2D artists and not anything built on an actual person beyond Chris Jones' Tex Murphy character. But by the time they got to the third game, and they started doing full motion video for everything, they realized they needed a real stand-in for the Sylvia character, at least for her, her memory, her look-back cutscenes, or flashback cutscenes. And so they cast a local from Utah. I don't remember her first name, but I know her last name was Mickler. And the reason is they couldn't find the original person they got for the cover because they didn't actually bring in a model and get them to pose for the cover. They just kind of purchased a headshot from a model in the area that ended up on the cover art, and it was done in such a way that they never really knew who they were purchasing from. They were just commissioning art. So when it was time to do the full motion video, they couldn't find the original model that they acquired the artwork from.
Oh, great. Another incoming message that won't print out. If I don't get a new fax machine, I'll be out of business.
Oh, that's right. So one of the tasks we have for today is to, I think it's in the mail here. Electronic shop. Okay, to Sam Spade.
Oh boy, mail.
The real you. I'm not sure what that one is. Okay. Oh, you right click.
What's in here? Some sort of cosmetic gift certificate. There's so many clinics around, they're all begging for new business.
I don't remember. So it's this one, right? Yeah. This is gift certificate entitles the holder to one free cosmetic job. This gift certificate entitles the holder to one free cosmetic job. Nose, boob, etc. 30 minutes to a better you. I know that's important. I just don't remember why. Grand opening sale. All right, so there's an electronic shop on the street below. It's not open today because they're going through a grand reopening. It'll open tomorrow. So that's where we're going to get our replacement fax machine. But in order to do so, we need...
Well, that's not gonna work.
We need this...
A pre-approved electronic shop credit card application addressed to the previous occupant. Just needs to be signed, stamped, and mailed.
Signed, stamped, and mailed. Okay, so I think I remember...
My phonograph's an old family heirloom. I love to play the classics. Kool and the Gang, Peaches and Herb. My phonograph's an old family heirloom. I love to play the classics. Kool and the Gang, Peaches and Herb.
Oh, you can't play music anymore. I do remember in the first game, on the original game, you could play music. Wonder why they had to remove that.
This pure mountain spring water is indispensable, literally. I'm out of paper cups.
Okay, we need a pen.
This here is my favorite desk drawer.
It's got nothing in it.
Most of these desk drawers haven't been used for so long, I'm afraid to open them.
There we go.
As usual, it's a mess.
There are more pins.
As usual, it's a mess.
Ah. So now we need to sign it. Okay, so that combines. I guess we don't need an envelope.
I need to run this thing down to the auto post box on the street.
All right. So we need to do that, and I don't think there's anything else in here. Oh, our gun. I don't remember needing a gun.
My gun. I love it so much!
Oh, I remember. Yeah, okay.
Old trusty sidearm. Been with me since the beginning. You want some of this, huh? Bam, bam! Hey, bam, bam, bam! Bam! Bam, bam! Bam! And you!
Hey, Sonny, can you help me out? My girlfriend threw my gun out of the window. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, just pick it up and, hey, don't point that thing up here. That's not a toy, you know. Oh, my hell. No matter how bad things got, I always had my gun. Now I've lost that, too. I have a feeling this is going to be one of those days.
Window's not even open. Okay, I think we've found everything we need to find. All right. So this is the first major change. Just
The air outside feels thick, like I'm breathing through a pair of dirty gym socks.
Maybe I'm wrong.
It's a high radiation day. Most everyone will be staying inside, but I need to hunt for some work. I always like to start the day with the traditional PI breakfast. That hits the spot.
That was weird. I don't know where that music was coming from. But yeah, that kind of transition, going from the office to the outside, load screens were involved. You couldn't just transition like that. Now it's all one big map, one big environment. Works pawn shop, pizza bar. I don't remember the family that owns that, but it's a couple. The electronics shop. They're closed today. They'll open tomorrow. Mountain lunch. That's Bruin stew. That's Louis. That's Louis' diner. Let's see, we got Chelsea over here, Chelsea Bando. All of these characters, by the way, on this street at least, are played by employees for the developers of this game. People that work for the company, Access Software. This is what she looked like in 1994. They've just re-digitized it and upgraded it. Upscaled it for modern displays.
Chelsea's a hot little number. I hear she's a mutant, but it doesn't show. The only weird thing about her is she won't go out with me. Chelsea Bando's the kind that could hold her own with anyone, but she has a way of turning my knees to jelly.
She's a mutant, just like everyone else in this part of town, but she's a real beauty.
Well, hello, stranger.
Charmingly curious, lovesick puppy, or subtle innuendo. Let's try to
Tell me, gorgeous, has the new True Detective come in yet?
Yeah, but you gotta pay for it this time. Hey, when you finish a magazine, it is in no condition to sell.
I wonder what that means. Sarcastic retort, deeply insulted, or macho PI talk. I'll go macho PI.
Well, think of it this way, Chelsea. Reading True Detective makes me a better PI, and good PIs are hard to find.
Well, you know, Tex, you just might have a chance to show how good a PI you are. Had you heard that Rook's place got robbed?
Oh. No, but eager for information.
No, I didn't. What do you know about it?
Okay, so now we have, oh, you can't see those. So over here on the far right, we've got these options we can choose from to ask about. Okay, so ask about Rook.
Rook acts like a tough guy, but he's a softie. Just don't tell him that to his face.
Nobody else here. So Chelsea Bando, that's her. Louis Laments, that's the guy who owns the diner. Francesca, she owns the pizza bar. Sal is her husband. Ardo Newpop, he works around here somewhere. He's a mutant and he's a kid, but he's huge. I don't remember where he is, but he's around here somewhere. And then the Colonel, that's the man we met last night. She's not going to know anything about him.
Wish I could help you there, Tex.
Okay. I don't think any of these other ones are going to help with the case, so we're just going to move on. All right, so now we have a lead on a possible job. So let's go meet Rook and find out about his burglary.
Rook Garner runs this pawn shop. He's a crusty old World War III vet with a face like a raisin and a tongue like a butcher's cleaver.
Wow. So again, in the original 1994 version of the game, you couldn't do this. You couldn't just walk in and look around in these specific locations. This entire room existed as a cutscene in the original game, driven by full motion video the whole time. So just coming in and looking in and, oh, well, there's still no interactions for these items because there was no interactions for them in the original game. So there's nothing for Chris Jones to tell you about.
Well, obviously, the window was broken from the outside.
Okay, that's from the case. Yeah, since you couldn't walk around and actually look at these things, there were no cutscenes, or there were no explanations. This is incredible. I love the motorcycle too. Yeah, I want to say in the original game, camera was here the whole time and you couldn't move it. What is this? Oh, wow. I don't remember. That looks like a syntactically correct disk copier. Yeah, anyway, okay. So yeah, this is so much better than the original. I'm glad they're doing this. I can't think of very many games that would benefit from remasters like this in this way, but I'm glad that we're seeing so many. The System Shock 2 remake is one of my favorites right now as well. Okay. And it's nowhere near as good as this. So let's talk to Rook, find out about his break-in. Oh yeah, there was no interaction for him either, as far as, observing him, because it was a cutscene in the original game. So this is Rook. He's He's played by Douglas Vandergraft or something like that. The original 3D asset artist for the original game, and I think who is now the 3D director for the new version of the game in 2026.
Rook Garner runs this pawn shop. He's a crusty old World War III vet with a face like a raisin and a tongue like a butcher's cleaver.
What do you want, Murphy?
All right. Caustic wit, obliviously conversational, or cautiously inquisitive.
Is this a bad time for a visit?
That depends on whether you're here to help me or to irritate me.
Wise guy looking for work or concerned.
Sounds like you're in the market for a PI.
I might be. Let me tell you the whole sordid story. Last night, someone broke into my pawn shop. I don't usually have anything of great value, but yesterday I gave out a fair amount of cash for an extremely valuable diamond bracelet.
Oh, that sounds like a scam. Detective humor, blow off, investigate.
How much is a fair amount of cash?
In this case, $8,000.
Surprise, verbal sucker punch, or inquisitive.
I didn't know you kept that much cash.
I don't usually, but I sold a few things earlier, so I had just over $8,000. The bracelet was pawned by a young girl named Emma Nimpton. She said she hated to hawk a family heirloom, but had no choice. She said she would reclaim the bracelet in a month. Well, since the bracelet was worth 10 times the $8,000 I loaned her, it was a good deal for me.
Investigative facts, investigative vibes, or keen observation.
I think you've been played for a sap, Rook.
Maybe. She left me a number, and I called it this morning, but the line is disconnected.
Yep. So they come in, they sell you an expensive item for a lot of cash, whatever cash you have on hand. And then they come back and they steal the item back so that they can take it someplace else. That means this is part of a string of robberies with a similar MO. All right, looking for work.
Sounds like my vast experience as a PI could come in handy.
Yeah, it couldn't hurt. The police are no help. A mutant is on his own when he gets robbed in this town. I'd appreciate your help. I'm not a rich man, but if you find the bracelet, I'll owe you a few favors, which could come in handy. Come back here and I'll show you where they broke in.
So the problem with
Rook takes
upscaling
me out
these
back and
videos-
shows me where the burglar broke in. The back window is busted out and the latch is ripped. It's a sloppy job. As I start my investigation, I'm looking for information to enter into my crime-link computer back at the office.
Right.
One thing's for sure, Emma Nimpton won't be one of the suspects' names. Every PI worth his salt knows that's not my name spelled backwards.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so the glass.
Shard of glass must have come from that broken window. Now we're starting to get somewhere. Well, that's not gonna work. Looks like whoever broke into Rook's window left one of his hairs behind. Apparently our burglar is a carrot top.
Syrup pilot. All right, so our suspect has red hair.
Whoever uses these garbage cans is either a terrible shot or is saving them for that special piece of trash. Like Rook always says, you can cut corners here and there, but there's nothing like a quality garbage can.
Oh. We have a key.
Well, that's not gonna work.
It's just a key. Footprints.
Looks like a shoe print is outlined in that sticky pool of something resembling chocolate. Footprints about a size 14.
Oh, I don't trust my judgment when it comes to knowing the size of a footprint.
I wonder what all these garbage cans are doing around here. Maybe Rook is running a low-rent hostel. These are empty jumbo-sized cans of Camel's chunky chocolate soup. Good. The empty bottles of chocolate syrup lying all around this alley all look like they've been licked clean. These disgusting piles of trash remind me of Aunt Betty's annual yard sales. This is where graffiti novices come to practice. After honing their skills, they move on to places where people actually care if you spray paint their walls. It's one of those basketballs they used to give away at Weenie World.
10 seconds left. Down by 1. Murphy has the ball. He fakes. He drives. It's a 360. He's fouled.
All right. Oh, I don't remember that.
It feels like somebody's watching. Someone really weird.
Wow. Models. Oh, what was this?
Whoa! This antique boombox worked. I bet it'd only play the Bee Gees. Oh, man! This dumpster smells like 20-year-old mayonnaise, and I ought to know. This old relic probably hasn't worked in years. Hey, there are batteries in here.
Batteries.
This old relic probably hasn't worked in years. Hey, there are batteries in here.
Where? Oh, we just wanted it for the batteries?
The baby rum wrapper looks like it was left recently. Yep, still warm.
Nothing else really stands out. We got a crowbar over here. There's no description on it when you click on it with the spyglass. So that means that it's new to the game. This doesn't have an original soundbite.
Oh man, this dumpster smells like 20-year-old mayonnaise, and I ought to know.
Whoa. Not what you expect to see in the dumpster.
Well, I'll be darned. Except for the filth and stench, the interior isn't much different than the average studio apartment. In fact, it's nicely furnished. Someone's been living here, and I wonder if he saw anything.
There we go. So we need to find the person living in the dumpster. Because yeah, they're in perfect location to see something. All right. I don't think there's anything else to see over here.
That old wooden fence blocks off the alley that runs beside Rook's pawn shop.
Okay, let's see if he knows anything about the guy in the...
So, Murphy, have you come up with anything yet?
Guy in the dumpster.
I've got some clues, but I need some more information from you.
Alright. There's no mention of the guy in the dumpster. So we can ask about
It was a beauty. Ah, encrusted with diamonds and rubies and inlaid with gold.
What about the
Dreads me mad as hell that someone will break into the shop. I have a hard enough time making ends meet.
Okay, end conversation. Alright, so we have a few more things to ask about. Burglary and bracelet, to name a few. Let's see if Phyllis has anything more to say.
What can I do for you, Tex?
Let's see, bracelet.
Wish I could help you there, Tex.
And burglary?
Yeah, I remember Rook told me about the burglary. I remember a stranger hanging around the past couple of days. It might be a dead end, but I seem to remember that the guy had these bright green eyes and a tattoo of an anchor on his arm.
All right, so red hair, green eyes, tattoo of an anchor on his arm, and she's gesturing towards the right arm, and size 14 shoe. All right. Let's see, this is... I don't remember this. I don't think we can go in here.
Rusty the Clown's novelty shop. Closed down a few months ago after Rusty mysteriously disappeared. The police suspect foul play, but I think he probably just choked to death on his own bad jokes.
The warehouse is closed. This is another hotel. This is where we meet Ardo.
I'll need to get closer.
Oh, that was a new line. Yeah, again, these cutscenes would just play.
I'll need to get closer.
Entered the buildings or the rooms that had them. Yeah, you can kind of tell he's a big kid.
Ardo Newpop is a gigantic goon who works at the front desk at the Golden Gate Motel. Ardo's no rocket scientist. In fact, he probably doesn't even know what a rocket scientist is.
Standard detective introduction, boob tube hobnobbing.
Anything good on the tube today?
Uh-huh. I'm watching the Captain Wallaby show, and he's so funny.
Show some interest, rude personal opinion, disagreeable response. Let's show some
Captain
interest.
Wallaby, your favorite show?
It's my third favorite show. My favorite is the Inspector Burns Fire Safety Show.
All right, disagreeable response, name dropping, fib, or make conversation. Let's make conversation.
Why is that your favorite show?
Because fire safety is very important, and I want to grow up to be just like Inspector Burns.
Okay. So we can lie shamelessly, sarcastic change of subject, or patronizing manipulation. None of these are great, but I think we'll just patronize
Yeah,
them.
old Burnsy's the
Go on.
best. You know, we always play a little game called 20 Questions. You want to play?
Okay. I can answer some questions, but first I have to put on my fire hat because Inspector Burns' Fire Safety Show is going to be on pretty soon.
It's really hard to tell that this is video from 1994. They did a good job of upscaling these scenes. I hope that they're still doing it, that they're going to do something with those starting scenes, but even if they don't, those scenes are kind of iconic by now and kind of still stand on their own feet even today. All right, so I've got the standard options over here to ask him about. Let's ask him about the burglary.
I never heard nothing about that.
Yeah, I don't know if he'll know anything about any of this
I
stuff.
don't know what that is.
I can ask him about the people.
I went to his pawn shop because I thought he would have Inspector Burns action figures, but he didn't, and I got mad at him, so he probably don't like me.
All right. And I really don't need to ask him about anybody else. Yeah, oh, and then it removes us from the place. Okay. Like I said, I'm pretty sure the warehouse is closed.
The Acme Warehouse is the former Snow White dry cleaning building. Nobody's used this place in a while. Looks like someone's locked the door.
Yeah. And over here. Oh, this is... Yeah, this is the tower place. Oh, wow. So I want to say in the original game that this is... All of this would have been a cutscene. None of this was actually rendered. But I don't believe there's anything over here for us just yet. I think we have to do something to advance the story. Yeah, none of this is interactive because you couldn't interact with this scene before. It was all a cutscene, a video. Okay, so let's go. So there's not even an option to ask about the person in the back. Wait. He's back there now. Oh, we left the back door open too. All right, this guy.
Oh, looks like Mr. Bum is home for the evening.
Yeah, what do you want?
Okay, so we're talking to a bum. Let's tongue in cheek, all business or bum camaraderie. I'm tempted to go bum camaraderie, but something tells me all business is probably more sincere.
I'm looking for some information regarding the robbery at Rook's last night.
Well, there are thieves everywhere. Someone just stole my radio. Sure, it was busted, but it was all I had.
Oh,
Man,
I stole his
who would
radio.
stoop to robbing the homeless?
So do we tell him or do we feign sympathy? Something tells me we don't want to fess up to the crime. So let's feign sympathy.
Whoever it was must be a real jerk.
Boy, you said it. Now why don't you get lost? I've got to look for my radio.
Okay, so he's also the chocolate.
Oh, no. Not you again. Look, I'll warn you right now, I'm almost out of chocolate syrup and I'm not in a good mood.
All right, so I think we need more chocolate. I'm concerned, helpful, make an offer.
You know, I just might have something that will improve your ugly mood.
Is that so?
Have chocolate though.
Well, what?
I thought I was going to agree to bring him chocolate if he was give me information, but apparently I have to get the chocolate first. All right, so end conversation. And we need to... So I think it's time we go meet Louie at the diner, the Stew and Brew. If anybody's going to have chocolate, it's this guy. What is this?
Well, this is a section of the Bay City Mirror. It's a weekly newsletter that covers local goings-on written by mutants for mutants. I'd subscribe if they had a comics page.
If they had a comics page. Okay. So if I recall correctly, lame lights. I want to say you could, was it you zoom in? Yeah, I guess you zoom in now. Before you could actually like select news articles and it would bring up a zoomed in version of just that article. Burglaries baffle police. The total of the inner city pawn shop burglaries committed over the past 3 weeks now stands at 9. Zippy Cash, located on the corner of Jackson and Maple Streets, was broken into 3 nights ago. Pawn shop owner Urban Robbie did not report the crime until this morning, thinking it was simply a practical joke played by his friends. Tragically, this was not the case. Of the 9 burglarized pawn shops, Zippy Cash was only the second not owned by a mutant. There's been some speculation that the police are not actively investigating the crimes, since most of the victims are mutants. Mayor Linder, who is up for re-election later this year and will need the mutant vote to retain the position, has publicly called the police onto the carpet. Police Lieutenant Mac Malden, we know him, who's heading the investigation, denies that police are dragging their feet. What we're dealing with here is some kind of master criminal. He just hasn't left us much of anything to work with. Lieutenant Malden is sure that the burglaries have all been committed by the same person. The MOs have been almost identical. A girl goes to a pawn shop, hawks a piece of jewelry for a large amount of cash, then the shop is broken into that same night. Lieutenant Malden would not specify, but said that his team of detectives had some evidence and hoped to have some solid leads within the next few days. Okay, so I think we'll get our next clue from Mac Malden. All right. But we need the chocolate.
Louis Laments runs the Brew and Stew, which is a local hangout.
Again, we didn't used to be able to just walk in like this. It's such an incredible experience. And seeing a high-res version of Lou's is both great and horrifying at the same time. Okay.
Brew and Stew is run by Louis Lamintz, a bloated mutant with a heart bigger than his waistline. Everyone comes to Louis' cafe. So does all the street talk. If something's going on, Louis knows about it.
Okay, so it didn't play his opening line telling us, asking us what we're here for. Thuds and hugs, ear bending, or Mr. Broke. Let's go ear bending.
Nothing for me, Louis. I just dropped by to chat.
Okay. What's on your mind?
So this is Louis Lamintz. He was played by, got an interesting name, Sancho Christensen or something like that. He's not actually a member of the development team or a staff for the company. He was like a friend of a friend who would, got along really well with Chris Jones and team and ended up in the game anyway. Ear to the ground.
Well, Louis, you're the grapevine around here. Anything interesting going on?
Well, now that you mention it, have you talked to Rook today? He might have a job for you. Someone broke into his shop last night.
Yeah. Appreciative.
Thanks for the tip, Louis. I'll go see Rook right now.
No, that's not what I thought that was going to do. Let's try again.
What can I get you?
We need chocolate cake. Oh, okay. Now we have our conversation. So let's ask about the
Rook
bracelet.
told me about the bracelet, but I don't know anything more about it.
Okay, what about the burglary?
Rook's been robbed before, but he's never had anything really valuable taken. This is gonna set Rook back for a while. Too bad the cops have turned a blind eye. You want to try a slice of my chocolate pie? I can get you a piece to go if you like.
All right. That's everything. So let's go ahead and... So she gave us the chocolate. No, he didn't. Oh. Okay, so we got our chocolate cake. Well, I think we need to talk to, what's her name, Francesca Lucinda. That's her full name. All right, so let's go talk to the dumpster guy. Give him a chocolate cake.
Well, that's not gonna work.
Oh.
This isn't a good time for a social call, pump. If I don't get her fixed soon, I'll go insane. Story me puzzle watching.
All right, let's make
I don't
an
make a
offer.
practice of helping out addicts, but I think I've got something that will ease the pain.
Oh, hold out on me, man. If you've got something, let's have it.
And
Praise heaven!
There we
You
go,
brought
okay.
the ambrosia of life. Ask me anything you want.
okay, burglary.
I saw someone prowling around the back of the pawn shop last night. It was so dark, I didn't get a good look at him, but I could tell he was huge. Probably 6'3" or 6'4", about 300 pounds.
Okay, 6'3" or 6'4", 300 pounds. And obviously male. Okay.
Oh, don't know what they...
Doesn't know anything about the bracelet. I mean, there's the colonel.
Wish I could help.
I know the colonel becomes a more prominent part of the story, but that's later. It's not on day one. So I think that's it. I can ask him about Rook.
Rook, he leaves me alone. Can't ask for more than that.
Yeah, sounds nice, actually. All right. So we have a lot of clues here, but I think we can get some more from Mac. I think we visited every place we can go now. Except for the pizza bar, but I don't remember there being anything there for us on the day one, on the first day in the first game, in the original game.
My trusty
Alright.
31 Lightning Bolt speeder. I still regret not getting the sunroof option.
I don't know. In post-apocalypse, you might want to have protection for the sun. All right. Yep. So when the game first starts, the only places you can travel to are the places you've already been to. Chandler Avenue is where we're at now. Tex's office. Coit Tower is the place over here behind Tex's office that we went to. And then police station is the only other place we can go to right now because we haven't unlocked anything else. We go here and talk to Mac. Interestingly enough, Mac Malden is played by Kevin Jones, Chris Jones' brother. Chris Jones being Tex Murphy. Sadly, I think he passed away some 20 years ago, maybe. I could be wrong. But yeah, he also worked for
I haven't seen Mac Malden since the Martian Memorandum case. I remember him as a surly, incompetent, fat-nosed cop. As I step into his office, I can see he's changed. His nose is even bigger.
His nose is even bigger.
Well, if it isn't Tex Murphy. I figured you'd be dead by now.
All right, back at you. Faux compliment, friendly rejoinder. Let's keep it friendly.
No, not yet. Actually, I'm working on a case.
Sure you are. Probably a case of cheap scotch.
Okay, so hit where so as I recall in the original game, the paths you took through the dialogue trees would have significant impact, like good and bad, and there was no real clear path to guarantee you're going to get the good outcome or the bad one. I don't know. I'm just going to say hit where it hurts.
Not me. I hear drinking too much is your department.
Hey, I got plenty to drink about. The mayor's office is all over me again. You heard about the string of pawn shop robberies? We have no suspects, and I'm catching the heat for it.
Okay, pride, which goes for the fall. My pride. Stuck up, his pride. Or shocked by ineptitude. I really don't like any of these.
So you and your crack team of detectives have no leads?
Of course we have leads, you pots. We know he's a norm, Caucasian, and has AB negative blood.
Wow.
That narrows down our list of suspects to about 1 million. Now get out of my hair. I got work to do.
That's 3 pieces of information we didn't have before. So he's norm. He's not a mutant. He's normal. Caucasian. And AB. Didn't say plus. Didn't say minus. He said AB negative. AB negative blood. All right. I think we have enough clues to find our guy. Oops. There we go. Okay. So set up our computer. All right. So this is the Crime Link computer. Registered to Alberto Smith. Interesting. All right, so we know he's Caucasian. We know he's a male. Oh, pretty sure he's a male. He's not a mutant. Also matches 100 plus. 6'3" or 6'4". 300 pounds. Still 100 plus. Hair color red. Eyes at least 2 from. I mean, she didn't say, but we're assuming she would have pointed out it was 1 or 3 if she saw it. If Chelsea really saw the color of his eyes, which were green. AB negative, shoe size 14. We're still at 100 plus. Oh, okay. There were no distinguishing marks. Tattoo, anchor on the right arm. No scars. No missing or third limbs. Possible matches 1. Okay, view file. Mick Flem. Alright, so considering the name of this chapter is Cuffing Up Flem, pretty sure this is our guy. Burglary charges going back to 2019. Okay. Whereabouts of McFlem are unknown at this time. The SFPD are interested in questioning him about the recent disappearance and suspected murder of Rusty Clown. It is likely that Flem and Rusty were working together when Flem was arrested for illegally importing Asian novelty items. Flem may have murdered Rusty to get revenge for letting him take the fall. This theory has been supported by a street informant, Beek Nariz, who claims to have seen Flem within the past few weeks. Nariz reports seeing Flem in an extremely intoxicated state, apparently hallucinating, saying that Rusty Clown's ghost was out to get him. And this is what he looks like. Previous quit. Okay. So we have our suspect. And he's tied to Rusty the Clown, so... Well, we have 2 clues. We have Rusty the Clown, and we have Beek Nariz. We haven't met yet.
It's all locked up. The only way I'm gonna get inside is by using my innate cleverness or ingenuity, or maybe a key. Looks like a welcome mat, but when it's on the doorstep of a novelty shop, you can never be too careful.
And it's backwards. Of course.
Whoa, a key.
Inventory, key. Wow. Okay. Kind of empty for what you expect for a shop like this.
Cool. Plastic dart crossbow. It'll make a nice addition to my non-violent weapon collection.
I just printed one of these not too long ago. Not quite so simple. It's a little bit more complex. It's like it mounts on your wrist. Okay, let's see.
Apparently Rusty was very fond of empty cardboard boxes.
Okay, can we move it?
It's a Rusty Clown life-size doll. Wow. It's a dead ringer for... Oh, no pun intended.
Okay, what can we do with this doll?
Well, that's not gonna work. I can't get over how lifelike this doll is. If it didn't have a hook on the back and a battery compartment, I'd swear it was Rusty himself.
Battery compartment? So we can do this. Ooh, that's menacing looking. Oh. Well, that's just going to drain the battery. Can't look at it anymore. Okay, hopefully that's the right time to do it. We'll see.
Looks like my 4th grade teacher.
Really?
Well, this must be Mr. Grimm. He's a Reaper. Oh, this is a scary mask. Why, it's Mr. Sloppy Lasagna Eater. I'll bet this is a real popular mask. Wow, the limited edition Daryl Hannah wig and mannequin set. Whoa! For a second there, I thought someone had decapitated Inspector Burns and left his head on the floor.
Wow.
What a great mask.
Yeah, it does look good. Yeah, we can take it.
Well, I have no idea what I'd ever do with a stacking ring, but these weapons are all made of plastic. These weapons are all made of plastic. These weapons are all made of plastic. All bark and no bite. They're completely useless. I have no idea what I'd ever do with a stacking ring, but what the heck.
Take it.
These weapons are all made of plastic. All bark and no bite. They're completely useless.
What is this?
Looks like some kind of in-house television.
Hi, kids, it's me, Inspector Burns. And as we all know, fire can be our friend, but fire can be our foe. So many times fire starts so carelessly. And what can fires do? Fires burn you. Never, never light matches. No, no, no. Fire is dangerous. Fire made me look like this. Do you want to look like me? No, no, no. Don't look like Inspector Burns. Don't play with matches.
Inspector Burns. I always thought he was a freak, but the kids love him. So does Ardo.
Yeah. Is that? That is something.
Ooh, a small nozzle. Probably a helium dispenser used for filling balloons.
I just saw that key over there.
Maybe this key fits in that employees only door.
Ironically, that's where I was going next. Warning, toxic acid. That's a lot of toxic acid.
A balloon strategically located near the water faucet. Looks like Rusty didn't go down without a fight.
So where is Rusty then?
Well, that's not gonna work. Why in the world would Rusty keep a barrel of toxic acid?
That's what I said.
Why in the world would...
Oh.
Oh, lordy. Well, this is where Rusty ended up. What a way to go. Clown remains are never pretty.
Clown remains are never pretty, yeah. Oh, I missed that.
A plastic suction dart can be formidable ammo in the hands of an expert like myself.
Are we? Yeah. What else can we?
Let's not gonna work.
Let's not go down that road. Let's wait until we have a reason to combine them. Oh wait, you said this was for balloons, right? Balloon magic. I just read the words. Uh-oh. I think we made a mistake. Well, no, we were just standing too close.
Rusty, the clown from hell. No wonder this place went under. Probably scared off all his business.
I thought it closed because he disappeared. I don't remember those. Okay, so we really didn't get anything else. We do have some more, like, Beak and Flam. Maybe Chelsea knows them too.
What can I do for you, Tex?
Oh, we get options to ask about all three. Rusty the Clown.
Oh, I remember Rusty. He had a kid show on TV when I was young. I hated the show. That clown makeup always scared me.
And Beak Nerys.
Oh yeah, I know Beach. If you want to talk to him, you might try hanging out around Coit Tower.
Okay, what about Mick Flam?
Wish I could help you there, Tex.
Okay, so she doesn't know Mick. I wonder if Rook knows Mick.
What else can I help you with, Murphy?
Okay, ask about
I don't know anything about that.
No, what about me?
I don't know anything about that.
What about Rusty?
I don't know anything about that.
All right. So he's really got nothing else for us. He's just waiting for us to solve the crime without any additional help. Or, I mean, he just doesn't have any additional help to offer. Okay, so Beak is over here at Coit Tower. Yep, I see him now. Okay.
I walk up the steps to Coit Tower and spot a small figure lurking in the shadows. In the half-light, I can see only the person's profile, but it's definitely Beak. As I walk towards him, he glances around, then approaches me warily, like a vegetarian sizing up a pot pie.
What are you staring at?
Admiration for Beak's prominent feature, establish identity, down to business. Let's establish identity.
You must be Beak Nerys.
Huh? Yeah, that's me. But I ain't smelled you before. Who are you?
Refer to Chelsea.
Chelsea Bando said I could probably find you nosing around up here.
Yeah, Chelsea. Good egg. Nice looker. So, what do you want?
Investigative, curious about nose, deal for info.
She said you might give me a lead on who robbed Rook's pawn shop.
Maybe yeah, maybe no. What you gonna give me for the info?
What do we got? I don't think he wants a balloon.
What you doing? I don't want that.
It looks like a little kid with that hat. Oh, we need to mail this off of the electronic card shop.
Okay, I can use this. My nose has started sagging lately. Makes it hard to breathe. Now, what kind of info you looking for, huh?
Okay, we're looking for info on... Well, let's ask about Rusty.
I think he's dead, and I'll bet Mick Flam had something to do with it. Word was the two of them were smuggling illegal novelty items from Hong Kong, and Rusty crossed Flam. Ever since Rusty disappeared, Flam has had a terrible fear of clowns. Bozophobia. I once saw Flam pretty drunk, and he said he had nightmares of Rusty's ghost coming back to haunt him from the grave. He was completely terrified. Mick Flam's rap sheet would take a day to read. He's a fat scum, and he's an idiot to boot. That's why he's always getting caught. He's been busted for burglary, mail fraud, arson, you name it. Everyone knows he operates out of the Snow White warehouse, but don't tell him.
All right. So I think we have our final lead. So now we can go to the warehouse.
I heard this newspaper box got destroyed right after Chelsea opened her newsstand. Coincidence?
We need to mail over there. I don't think it's important for this demo, but it's important for the game. Where is it?
The Postal Service has gotten much faster since the stamp price went to $10. I should get my credit card back tomorrow morning.
All right. So now we can go to the warehouse. And I think we're getting pretty close to the end of day one. Let's see. So we have a key.
Well, that's not gonna work.
What? What just happened?
If Flem is working out of this warehouse, it looks like he got careless. The door's unlocked.
Oh. Okay, so...
If this is Mick Flem's hangout, he'll probably be back soon. I better try and set some sort of trap for him.
Oh, I know what the trap is. I know what the trap is.
This table and the bottle on it aren't dusty like everything else here. Someone's used this recently. I'll have to remember this stack of 2x4s when I get around to building some furniture for my office.
Those aren't 2x4s. Those are 2x6s. No, 4x6s. Okay. Oh. I know where we're going to put... Oh. Oh, that's right. They added a flashlight to the game. They didn't have one before because they didn't have that kind of capability in their 3D engine before. Now they do. I think you hit F. Yep. See that shadow? There were no shadows in 1994.
That old piece of plywood doesn't seem to be doing much of anything.
Can't interact with it.
Well, this is actually a storage compartment. Looks like it requires a special combination key.
Combination key?
Locked.
Is that what our found key does?
Well, that's not gonna work.
Nope. Great.
Crate smells like laundry soap. Crate in front on the floor seems to be partially opened.
Partially open? Oh yeah, we got a...
Apparently some fireman dropped off his uniform to be cleaned and forgot to pick it up.
Oh, really? How convenient, because we have a fireman likeness. Do they go together? They do. Don't know yet what we do with it. What is this?
This must be the power box for the warehouse, and it's locked.
Is that what our key is for? We've had this key since we went behind Rook's shop.
Well, that's not gonna work.
Nope. But we know it's tied to Mick somehow. Unless it's Rook's, which I don't see how that would be helpful to the story. Alright, so we got a hook up here. And we have another key. Alright. Can we interact with the hook yet? Or do we have to do anything else?
The rusty doll looks great on the pulley hook, but I'll need to get it to move before it'll do me any good.
Wait, can I still... Okay, I can still get to the key.
This key must fit a lock around here somewhere.
Alright. Try this one first.
The heavy footsteps I hear must be Phlegm. Luckily, my rusty trap's all set. I'll need to find a hiding place as close as possible to the pulley control box. When Phlegm least expects it, I'll throw the pulley lever and bring Rusty back from the dead.
I don't see him. I want to close the door. They won't let me close the door. What do I do? I need to open it.
The heavy footsteps I hear must be Phlegm. Luckily, my rusty trap's all set. I'll need to find a hiding place as close as possible to the pulley control box. When Phlegm least expects it, I'll throw the pulley lever and bring Rusty back from the dead.
So it should work this time. Please work. Let's see. Oh, there he goes. Okay. Oh, that's why he's taking baby steps. Oh, now he's taking normal steps.
Ooh, it's me, Rusty Kids, and I'm here. Mommy's come back.
Okay. So we're not going to catch McFlim here. I forgot about that. I don't think we can go after him. No. Nope. Okay, so now we have, well, the bracelet and some keys. All right, do we have the keys for this now? Combination keys? Yeah.
Well, this is actually a storage compartment. Looks like it requires a special combination key. A locked box within a locked box.
It must contain something worth having.
We believe he dropped. Yeah. So I guess we just go back to Rook, let him know we found the culprit and we got his
I'm
bracelet.
telling you, it's impossible. It can't be done.
Okay, I think that's
I've tried
That's
everything.
the end of day one.
The prophecy is very clear. We can't go on until this step is completed. Surely your unique skills give you opportunity.
My ability has gotten us nowhere. Capricorn got there before me. They're always one step ahead of me. It's like they can read my mind.
We can't let them stop us. Maybe we can use your skills on someone else. I've made inquiries. And if he hasn't gotten himself killed, maybe he's just what we need. Murphy. Tex Murphy.
All right. So that was day one of Under a Killing Moon, 2026 edition. Still a work in progress. It's not quite done yet, but already it's both a faithful recreation of the original game, but in the best possible way. Upgraded for Unreal 5. There's so much more that they can do with the game now that it just really brings out how ahead of their time they were in 1994 when they brought out the original game. Because at the end of the day, the experience is almost identical to what you got in 1994. It's just a little bit prettier, a little bit more convenient, less load scenes, less CDs, but still a great experience, a great game. I'm really looking forward to the final product. I am a backer. That's why I was able to get this key, or that's how I got my key at least. If you want to support the game, I believe you can go on Steam now and wishlist it. You may still be able to go to the Kickstarter and find means to support them there. But other than that, my name is Archeagus. Thanks for watching. Until next time, you guys be safe.